Why did you think the pass rush was so effective this week?
We just knew early on in the game that he had trouble diagnosing coverages, and we just threw a different mix of things at him that made him hold the ball, and we were able to get home. Obviously, the guys in the back end did a great job, and the guys up front, we just did really well. I think D. Harm had a great game for the reps that he had. Cam Hayward was a force, and obviously Herb was rushing the passer really well as well.
We're talking some of the offensive guys. We're talking about finishing plays, finishing runs. You just talked about getting home. Was that an emphasis for you guys this week, the finishing element of the pass rush too?
I mean, yeah, we always want to get home. We do. Some weeks it just doesn't happen. Obviously, you want it to happen each and every week. We feel like we've had a unit for a lot of years here where you look and you see 3, 4, sometimes 6, 7 sacks in a game, and we haven't been doing that lately. So it feels better to be able to get 5 on the board and be able to contribute as a front.
TJ, is that kind of similar with turnovers? Or did you work it any differently leading up to the Patriots game than you had in other weeks? Just the opportunities were there.
I mean, it's an interesting thing. We work turnover circuit every day, every week. We always preach the culture. I'd say this week the only difference was that we actually had some victims that have fumbled a lot. So that was definitely more a point of emphasis. 38, I think, fumbled 7 times last year. I think 4 fumbled a couple. And then the rookie hadn't fumbled, I don't think. But it was definitely a point of emphasis, but it's hard to say if it was more so than other weeks.
TJ, how excited are you about getting to play over in Ireland here in a few days, and how are you preparing for the obviously adjustment you guys are going to have to make?
I'm really excited. Obviously, the Rooney family is huge over there, and the ambassadorship is incredible, and I'm just looking forward to seeing the fans over there and spreading the game. It's going to be fun. I'm trying to get as much rest as possible. Hopefully I can sleep on the flight over there and just try to enjoy the culture and try to soak it up as much as possible because it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
How do you balance this being, a really cool individual experience to, that you're going to do with the team, but also, hey, this is a business trip, so it's a game?
I mean, I went to Dublin, and I think it was like 2015, so I got all my fun out of the way there, so I can just be business while I'm over there this time.
TJ, you guys' pass rush sets when I watch it looks like there's a lot more layers to it when it comes to stunts, twists, and where extra guys are getting involved. What do you sense has been different this year as far as how you guys have tried to go about getting after the quarterback?
I think it's just trying to deal with the max protection that we see each and every week now, so we're just trying to do a bunch of different things to keep offensive structures off balance, and if teams are going to do one thing, we're going to try our best to be able to make them less effective with it.
What's the challenge to mesh that with the different things that you guys also try to do in coverage? Because you guys are showing man going zone and vice versa a lot as well behind that. When you're mixing that with those aggressive blitzes, that can be a challenge to make sure everything's still covered.
I mean, yeah, I mean everything's a challenge, but at the end of the day, we're professionals. This is what we do for a living, so we need to be able to execute.
TJ, it seems like I get 3 opponents in a row run pretty lopsided away from you. Is that frustrating? Do you feel like you need to do anything about it, or is it just part of the game?
Steelers Nation, buckle up, because the conversation around the future of our quarterback room just got a whole lot more interesting. As the Black and Gold prepare to head overseas for their Week 4 showdown against the Minnesota Vikings in Dublin, all eyes are on the present with Aaron Rodgers guiding the offense. But the latest insider report gives us a reason to look ahead. According to Jerry Dulac of the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, rookie quarterback Will Howard is about to step back into the picture, and the Steelers are making it clear this kid isn't going anywhere. He's expected to come off injured reserve after Week 4, and the plan is to get him working right away, starting with scout team reps, building towards something bigger. This isn't just a footnote in the season. This is a glimpse at how Pittsburgh is planning the next chapter at one of the most important positions in football. For those who might have missed it, Howard was a 6th-round pick this spring, coming off a huge year at Ohio State, where he helped lead the Buckeyes to a national championship. He carried that momentum into training camp until a fractured bone in his hand on a routine snap exchange shut him down in early August. It was a setback that cost him valuable preseason reps, and at the time, it looked like he might be stashed on IR for the whole season, while the veterans, Rodgers, Mason Rudolph, and Skylar Thompson, handled business. But according to Dulac, that's not the case. The Steelers want Howard back, they want him working, and most importantly, they're not going to cut him. When Thompson eventually returns from his hamstring injury in Week 7, the team will have a decision to make, and insiders believe it's already made. Howard stays. That speaks volumes about what the organization thinks of this kid. Let's be honest, Pittsburgh never carries 4 quarterbacks on the active roster. Something has to give. Thompson impressed in preseason, but he's a journeyman with limited upside. Howard is a rookie with 4 years of team control and a ceiling that, if he develops the way many believe he can, could make him the quarterback of the future. The fact that the front office is willing to prioritize him this early in his career tells you everything about how they view his potential. This isn't about right now. It's about the long game, and the Steelers are investing in it. Now, what does this mean for the present? Rodgers is still the guy in 2025. Even with his struggles, just 139 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception in the win over the Patriots, the future Hall of Famer is the one giving this offense structure and leadership. Rudolph is the insurance policy, but Howard being activated means the Steelers will finally have 3 healthy quarterbacks in the room for the first time all season. That matters. It means more depth. It means a fresh arm in practice to simulate opposing defenses, and it means Howard gets real reps with NFL speed, building confidence and familiarity with the playbook. That's how development starts, and that's how the seeds for the future get planted. Let's not forget the bigger picture either. Rodgers is 41. Nobody knows how long he plans to keep playing. Maybe he shocks us and comes back in 2026. Maybe he hangs it up after this season. Rudolph is under contract through 2026, but he's not a long-term franchise answer. That's why Howard is so intriguing. He may only see the scout team this year, but those reps could set him up to compete in training camp next summer. And with the 2026 NFL Draft being held in Pittsburgh, the temptation to draft another quarterback will be huge. But if Howard shows enough growth, maybe the Steelers won't feel the pressure to invest heavily in another rookie. Maybe, just maybe, they've already found their guy in the 6th round. The other factor here is team identity. Mike Tomlin has always preached stability. He doesn't want drama in the quarterback room. He doesn't want panic moves. Rodgers is the present, Howard is the project, Rudolph is the steady hand. That's a formula that works. By not rushing Howard and instead easing him in through scout team action, the Steelers are showing patience. They're giving him the time to heal, learn, and grow without the pressure of carrying the team before he's ready. That's how you develop quarterbacks the right way, and that's why this decision is such a positive sign for the future. So, Steelers Nation, this is where we stand. The rookie is coming back, the organization has his back, and the long-term vision for the quarterback position is starting to take shape. It doesn't guarantee anything, but it does show that this team is thinking ahead, making smart roster decisions, and preparing for life after Rodgers. And that's exactly what you want from a franchise that has always valued consistency and stability at the most important position on the field.